Jack Del Rio, defensive coordinator, going into your 4th season. And sir, if I'm to comment on this defense, it's been a top 3 to the last 3 years. How do you build on that? Where do you want this team to go?
Well, we want to continue to do the things that we do well. And so the other part is for us to start generating more turnovers. And that's going to be a big push this year.
One of the reasons you brought in Emmanuel Forbes and even Quan Martin, his ability to take that ball away.
Correct.
What have you seen from them in just a little bit,
right,
to say that they can continue that at this level, though?
Well, I mean, we've yet to really start practicing. We got the rookie minicamp,
right,
and right away you can see the ball likes Emmanuel Forbes. He finds it. He's got a knack for it. He's got great acceleration, great ball skills, and he will definitely produce turnovers.
There's also that thing that people would like to say there's a certain risk to his game when you're in that situation, but he seems very cerebral and calculated on when he goes. What have you seen on just the side outside the athletic ability to be able to be in those positions?
Yeah, with awareness, anticipation, he's got a feel for it. And so, no, it's evident. I mean, you know, it's something we saw on tape, and you look at his numbers statistically, 30 interceptions over the last 5 years. I mean, it's incredible. So, and then take 6 of them and return them for touchdowns. So he knows what to do when he gets the ball in his hands. And I'm excited that we got him.
It was a factor in selecting him, but how much was it also that you seemed to really kind of get faster in the back end as well with their additions?
Yeah, you know, we went into the weekend hoping on the defensive side that we could add a couple guys to our secondary, and we were able to get that done. So, you know, it was fantastic. You know, you go in with needs and wants and a wish list, and come out with 2 supremely talented DBs in the first, you know, weekend, and very excited about that. And then we got a couple guys to add to our defensive line that we're excited about as well.
You talk about his ball hawking skills for Forbes, his ability to be, his speed that he has.
Yeah.
But one of the things that your defense has done well is kind of stop the run, and that's because your corners have been able to be really good in that aspect as well. Is there any concern, or how do you feel with him being that 180-pound weight?
Yeah.
In that aspect of the game?
I don't know if he'll ever be 180, but he's plenty big for me. No, his job is to cover and get turnovers, and the rest of the guys will do what they do. And you know, so no, we're not like good against the run because our corners are coming up and hammering people. We're good against the run because of the discipline of the front, the toughness of our front, and how we all fit together.
Everybody wants to know where your corners are going to be. You have Kendall Fuller, of course, Benjamin St. Juste, with the addition of Forbes, and both of them all have the ability, maybe even Forbes, to play the slot. I mean, we saw him at rookie minicamp testing out there. How do you view that room kind of playing out, and where they're going to be best positioned?
We'll let it play out. We'll let them compete. We'll make sure that we're, you know, growing our guys, having them understand the system and where they belong within the system, and then we'll let them compete. And so roles will be determined throughout the summer as we compete and earn it. And we have an idea of how we'd like to see things play out, but
you're not going to tell us.
It always
We'll see.
It's always, you know, comes down to competition.
When it comes to the safety room, losing Bobby McCain, like it seems like it's a relatively young room now. You know, who do you find being that kind of like the leader and that voice in that room?
Cam Curl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam's, you know, we drafted him. He's developed and played well for us. You add Defoe, you add Percy, now we add Quan. It's a good room. It's, again, roles will be determined through competition. You know,
were you surprised at all at the play of Forrest?
Of what?
Did that surprise you at all, the year that he had last year, Defoe?
No.
Yeah, you saw that coming?
Yeah. In fact, there was a point in time where it was like he needs to play. And we got him on the field. And, you know, really, Bobby, I love Bobby. He was a great player, a great team player while he was here. But to have guys like Percy and Defoe and now Quan, you know, it was time to make room for him.
You talked about adding the 2 DBs, the 2 edge guys. You did not add to linebacking room unit. What was the reasoning, and the confidence that you feel, I guess, in that room to not go and select somebody?
Well, you can't do everything you'd like to do. Would have been nice to grab one, but I think the offense had, designs on maybe drafting somebody, getting an lineman or two. So, we added Cody Barton in the off season. He's looked really good in our workouts, and Jamin is returning and continuing to improve, and so we don't play a lot of them if we don't have to, and we play 2 at a time basically most of the year, and we feel like we've got several candidates.
We've seen Jamin kind of take a little bit of growth in that second year. Where is that next step for him in just his play on the field and his leadership?
So Jamin has incredible splash plays. What we've got to do is have Jamin, and what he's got to do is eliminate the "what the hell are you doing" plays. So he just has a few moments, where it's like where that happens. And much less last year. And when he eliminates that part of his game and it becomes more of the splash, he's supremely talented. So I'm excited to watch him continue to develop and take the next step.
The next step. How much of a next step is there if you're talking about John Allen and Daron Payne? I mean, both of those guys going to the Pro Bowl last year.
Right.
Still young in their careers.
It's all about consistency with them. I think Daron took a step forward last year, recognized what can happen when he finishes plays, because he's a disruptive guy. And now at the end of that disruption, are you finishing? And I think he learned how to do that at a higher level. Guys this year that need to do that. Montez Sweat, it's a contract year for Montez. I mean, he needs to find a way to finish. He's around the quarterback a lot. He needs to finish with more sacks. When he does, it's going to be good for him in his pocketbook. It's going to be good for us and our defense and our football team.
You mentioned Montez. Also, Chase Young elected not to pick up the 5th-year option for him. What do you need to see from him for him to get that pocketbook added to?
Same thing. Just got to produce. It's a production business. For Chase, coming off the major injury, making it back late last year, not really fully himself. So hopefully he's able to find that peace of mind where he can really let it rip and give us his very best.
Daron saw the rewards of that, of finishing, and to my understanding, he still could elevate his game significantly. It's not definitely peaked out. But he was vocal in saying he was frustrated he didn't pick it up, that he had to play it out. Do you find that that's a challenge with these guys when, the way that they approach that year, when it's prove it and we'll keep you, we'll pay you?
Yeah, I mean, I think most guys get irritated by it, have a little edge to them, and that's not a bad thing.
Right.
It's just reality. The team is making a big investment and already has in some respects, and so go out and earn it. And just like Daron did, I mean, Daron provided the blueprint for how to handle that situation. Thought he handled himself beautifully. I thought he went out there and played great football. Boom, he's got a great contract.
Where's Baderian Mathis in this, coming back from injury?
Coming back from injury. That's exactly where he is. Great young man. We're excited about adding him last year. Get him returning this year and really believe that he's got a chance to impact us in the middle of our defense.
Also this year, going to be going up against an Eric Bieniemy led offense. From what you've just seen around him in the building and kind of knowing a little bit of what to expect, what is that going to be like daily on the practice?
Well, I mean, he's coming from the Andy Reid school. I've competed against Andy for a long time in this league, so I'm well aware of the system, of what they like. And Eric brings in his own perspective, his own, style. I love his energy, and that's been evident. And look forward to competing against him and us competing against them. And to me, if it's not so one-sided, that's good for us.
Right.
I don't want it to be one-sided. Typically, if it's one-sided, one side is dominating the other the entire time, then one side is not good enough. And so hopefully we go back and forth where we're challenging each other, and you can see the capabilities of each unit and then we come together in the fall and help each other win.
Look forward to seeing that play out, Coach.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Julie.